私が殺した。
Audio movement. All right. Okay, there we go. Audio working? Okay, great. Hello everyone. This is Gundam Ace, and I'm here with my streaming of Eve New Generation. Sorry about the long 2 week delay. I got sick 2 weeks ago and spent the week recovering. Funny story about that actually. It was a cold, and my first symptoms of that were a sore throat, and it happened on the day did the previous stream, and I thought it was just because I thought my throat was just scratchy from all the talking I did that episode, but nope. Oh well. Anyway, it's all in the past now. I'm better. Anyhow, last time we left off, we switched back to Marina, who after Effie told her she'd teleport her, found herself suddenly and from the gym to the in front of the lighthouse 3 hours later, and she didn't remember anything happened within except vaguely remembering being on top of the hill with Hatsumi pointing the gun at her and firing, but she couldn't really remember anything that happened within. Then Mikhail found her and took her to the abandoned school where he basically gave her the lowdown on his backstory, where he and Hatsumi used to be in love and had an affair until their attempt to elope after Hatsumi became pregnant failed, and they were separated for 45 years. In that time, which Hatsumi had the original Noi and Alt, until Kominato found them and murdered them, which is then what led to Hatsumi developing her whole ideology to return everything to one, and so that her happiness can continue forever. After that, Mikhail also explained that their goal was in order to distract public safety and Zero from conducting the compulsory investigation on Bra to try to finish the Hatsumi's plan, and that they set Marina up as the fall woman because they thought that Marina was basically um a bent agent who had made a deal with Kominato in order to get him to cover up the incident, but as it turns out, the one who was bent was actually Shomoto, and so basically, whole revenge plot was put on the wrong person. And then, but however, then Marina realized that the while she was set up to be be able to fall person and framed for Kominato and Okuma's murders, it was she was not the one who actually committed the murders, and Mikhail was about to tell her who the Oh, you can't hear me? How about now? Can you hear me now? Mikhail, you still haven't told me something important. You said that everything that happened in the last few days was conceived and ordered by Hatsumi. That's what you said, right?
ええ、
Yes. So under her orders. So in other words, she wasn't the one who directly carried them out herself. Isn't that right?
はい、その通りです。
Yes, it is precisely as you say. Then who was it? Who was the one who killed Kominato and Okuma?
お教えしましょう。
Allow me to tell you.
二人を殺したのは 同じ人間です。
The same person killed the two of them.
その名前は
Their name is... The sound of something stomping on a branch echoes through the darkness. What I hear next is... a familiar sound that hold on. The truth behind that sound is it's a sound I'm very familiar with. Mikhail! Get down! Gunfire flashes. Two of us collapse to the floor in a tumble. The gunfire is ceaseless. The silence and serenity is ripped apart by that violent power. Who is it?
あいつです。
It's him.
あいつに居場所を気づかれてしまったんだ。
You figured out where we are. You mean the one who killed the both of them? What's her name?
話してる場合ではありません。
This isn't the time to talk.
逃げましょう。さあ。
You have to run, now! Mikhail grabs my hand. Gunfire ceases. We seize that chance to run outside. It seems the enemy is circling from the schoolyard over into the north side of the school building. Bullets rain down on us as Mikhail and I run. The car is parked at the on the inside of the gate. It's a sedan we took here.
北条さん、車へ。
Hojo, into the car! I run to the car. I open the passenger's door and slide in. Mikhail gets into the driver's seat. The exhaust roars and sound the engine. Mikhail puts the car into low gear and puts the pedal to the metal. We take off at immense speed. The sedan speeds off into the distance. We zoom from within the school gate back onto the road. The rear tires screech as we turn the corner. We plunge deep into the darkness, never slowing down. Looks like we made it out of there. Let's take a little breather now.
いや、どうもそう簡単にはいかないようです。
No, it seems like it won't be that easy. Huh? Mikhail's looking in the rear mirror. I turn around. Two lights shine from the rear window. The lights catch up to us at intense speed. Damn it. So persistent. It approaches us from behind, the blink of an eye. The car rumbles with an intense shockwave. I barely manage to keep my head from twisting and squint further as I look at the enemy's car. It's a four-wheel drive pickup truck. It's black. The one driving it is... No good. I can't make it. It's too bright for me to make out with the high beams. Just when I think that. Fireworks spark from beyond that white flash. It's a flash of a muzzle. The enemy's sticking their arm out from the car's driver's seat. Mikhail carefully steers the car and dodges them. We sway back and forth, left and right and left. Mikhail speeds up even more, hitting the pedal faster, harder. Pickup truck in the rear speeds up to the exact same speed. Right when it catches up to us, this time we receive a shockwave from the side. Red sparks red sparks spread between the two cars. They rub against each other. The car careens. Oops. I hear Mel screeching around us. A dull shock pierces through my eardrums. The enemy isn't laying up their attack. They keep pursuing us and fire their gun. Sparks flash. Bullets fly like crazy. The car jumps over a big hill and clears through the air and falling to the ground with a thud. The front bumper shaves against the asphalt. Suddenly, Mikhail speaks up.
Hojo-san, 一つ頼みがあります。
Hojo, I have a favor to ask you. What is it? No, a
と
favor?
ても大事なお願いです。
Yes, a very important favor. What is it?
飛び降りていただけませんか？
Can you jump out? I'm sorry, what?
この先に森の中へと続く脇道があります。
There's a side road up ahead that goes into the forest.
そこに飛び込んだところで速度を緩めるので、その隙に
I'll slow down once we get there, so you take the chance to jump out. No!
服が汚れるからですか？
Why? Because your clothes will get dirty? Are you kidding me? Of course not!
じゃあどうして？
Then why? I can't just leave you and run away on my own.
私のことならご心配なく。
If you're worried about me, then don't.
大丈夫ですよ。死にはしません。
Don't worry, I won't die.
なぜなら
Because you see,
なぜなら北条さん、
because you
敵が狙っているのはあなただからです。
are the one that the enemy is after.
あなたが車内にいないことが分かれば、敵は追撃をやめるでしょう。
The enemy will stop pursuing once they realize you're no longer in the car. What do you mean?
言わなければ分からないのですか？
You mean I have to spell it out for you?
時間がありません。率直に申し上げましょう。
There's no time, we'll get straight to the point.
北条さん、あなたの存在が邪魔なのです。
Hojo, you're in my way.
あなたさえいなければ私は助かるんだ。
If you're gone, I can live through this.
だからさっさとこの車から消えてください。
So please get out of the car now.
お願いします。
Please. Mikhail,
わかりましたか？これが私の本性です。
you understand now? This is the kind of person I really am.
私はあなたのことを欺いてきた。
I tricked you.
そんな男をかばってどうしようというのです。
What use is there in protecting a man like that?
さあ、脇道が見えてきました。降りる準備を。
Alright, the road's coming up. Get ready to jump out.
この暗闇なら敵はあなたの姿を見つけられない。
The enemy won't be able to find you in this darkness.
私はできるだけ遠くへと敵を誘導します。
I'll try to guide the enemy as far away as possible.
その間に北条さんは港に行き、船に乗ってこの島を離れてください。
Use that chance to go to the harbor, get on a boat, and get away from this island, please.
いいですね。
You understand? I fall speechless. Mikhail pays that no heed and hits the brakes. He immediately turns the steering wheel and speeds up. The car pierces through a thick thicket, and drives into the woods. Pickup truck in the rear keeps going on straight and disappears from sight. Hold on a second. Sorry, hold on. What's happening? Okay, back. Let's try this again. The sedan staggers along the mountain road, the inertia taking us forward.
何をやってるんですか。
What are you doing?
早く飛び降りてください。
Please, jump out now! Kyle lets out an exasperated sigh and reaches his hand down in front of my abdomen. He pushes the car door open.
さあ、北条さん早く。
Come on, Hojo, hurry!
お願いです。
Please!
これ以上私を困らせないでください。
Please don't cause any more trouble for me. The car finally stops. Only the sound of the engine roars. I say nothing and get out of the car. My arms slump as I get out. I force myself to shut the door. No, I try to shut it, but just as I'm about to close it, I hear a voice coming from the cracks of the door.
北条さん、あなたはさっき私のことを助けてくださった。
You saved me earlier.
今度は私があなたを助ける番です。
So now it's my turn to save you.
さようなら、北条さん。
Goodbye, Hojo. Huh? I only have time to ask him what he meant. By the time I look up, the car's already taken off. The passenger door is still open. It fades away into the distance. The car sways back and forth. Eventually, the door shuts tight. Immediately after that, the enemy's pickup truck passes through the thicket. Lets out a roar like a beast and chase after the sedan with ferocious speed. The two cars fade into the darkness and before long I can no longer see either of them. I've been left all alone in the woods. I just stand still like a statue, not knowing what to do. I can no longer hear the gunfire anymore, nor the sound of the engines. All I hear is the quiet chirping of insects. Kyle's voice flashes through my head.
敵が狙っているのはあなただからです。
Because you're the one that the enemy's after. That's right. They're after me.
私はあなたのことを欺いてきた。
They tricked you. That's right. He told me many lies.
そんな男をかばってどうしようというのです。
So why try to protect a man like that? Protect? Did he say protect?
北条さん、あなたはさっき私のことを助けてくださった。
You saved me earlier.
今度は私があなたを助ける番です。
So now it's my turn to save you.
さようなら、北条さん。
Goodbye, Hojo. The infirmary of that ruined school. The enemy was after me back then? Me? No! It was Mikhail! Mikhail knew that! I kick off the ground before I can even think. Keep running and running through, even though my legs are like jelly. I chase after the vanished, after images. I race deep into the woods. I leap over, roots and push my way through branches. I cut my way through the darkness. I chase after the tire tracks. Mikhail! 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 I keep muttering that in my head over and over again like a spell. All in order to save the man who toyed with me. All the while just simply praying that he's safe. I pass through the woods. I see a wide patch of earth before me. I can see the two cars stop there. On the right side is the enemy's pickup truck, while further in is Mikhail's sedan. A gray haze that looks like neither smoke nor steam is rising from the sedan's hood. There's a man standing right next to the sedan. It's Mikhail. Someone else in front of him. It's probably the enemy who was driving the pickup truck. I can't tell who they are. I can't make out their face from here. I can't even tell if they're a man or a woman. All I can tell is that they're wearing a suit. The sea gives off an ominous gleam like blood. On the other hand, the starry sky is almost magical in its appearance. The horizon off in the distance is dividing to those two. I squint further and look through the darkness. Suddenly I spot something flash. There's a black luster to it. A gun! The enemy's holding an Uzi in one hand. They're pointing the Uzi right at Mikhail's chest. Once I understand what's going on, I begin racing down the hill. I trip, nearly falling on my backside. I hastily reach out, grab a branch, and manage to keep my balance. I kick off the ground without taking time to take for a break. I race down the steep hill. It seems the two of them are talking. I can't hear their voices, of course. I can't even see their mouths moving. They are definitely having some sort of exchange. The ominous presence tells me as much. Please, I gotta make it! Hurry! Hurry! I gotta get to Mikhail! A bad feeling rages in my chest. Mikhail doesn't move an inch. Almost as though he's steeled himself. Mikhail! No! Don't give up! I'm on my way! I'm almost there! So please, don't give up! I'm almost there. Just when I'm about to reach the bottom. Mikhail's body jolts like a doll. Countless bullets pierce his body. I hear the sound of chunks of meat scattering about. Blood splashes about. A faint mist rises into the air. The mist is blown away in the wind. The gunfire stops. The mist is swallowed up into the darkness and vanishes. Kyle's body bends over. He limply falls to the ground. Mikhail! I leap out of that scream. I draw my gun as I run, and place my finger on the trigger. I shoot at the enemy. I miss. I can't hit them from this distance. I know that. I can't stop myself from pulling the trigger. At some point, I run out of bullets. My gun stays open. Even so, I don't stop running. I throw my gun aside and charge. Right at the enemy with an Uzi. The enemy's already nosed me. There's 50 meters between us. Gotta get closer! Closer! The enemy's pointing their gun at me. I don't hesitate. I charge at them like a maddened beast. 30 meters. Just a little more. Almost there. However, the enemy lowers their gun. They quickly get back into the pickup truck. The engine is still on. The tires screech as the pickup truck drives away. It heads back onto the road. Taking off into the wreck. It races down from the planes on the Cape onto the main roads. Cart bounces up and down as it races.
ああ、これは北条さんではないですか。
Oh, well, if it isn't Hojo. Please, don't talk!
おしゃべりな男はお嫌いですかな。
Why? You don't like men who talk? Hang on, I'll go call an ambulance.
北条さん、よほど取り乱していらっしゃるようだ。
Hojo, you seem rather panicked.
どうか落ち着いてください。
Please, calm down.
この島には救急車
This island has no... Lumps of blood spill out of his mouth. His blonde beard is stained crimson. He wipes his mouth with shaking hands.
ああ、自慢のスーツが台無しだ。
Man, my best suit gone to waste.
こんなみすぼらしい格好をお見せしてお恥ずかしい。
I'm embarrassed you had to see me in such a loathsome state. What are you talking about? More importantly, we gotta call someone quick.
待ってください。
Please wait.
私はもう長くはない。
I'm not gonna last long.
誰かを呼んできたところでどうにも。
By the time you call someone, it'll be too late. Don't say that! You can't just give up like that!
北条さん、現実を受け入れて。
Hojo, you have to accept the reality.
この状態を見ればわかるでしょう。
You can tell just by looking at me, can't you?
私はもうすぐ死ぬのです。
I'm going to die soon.
だから最後にどうしても。
So there's something I have to tell you before it's over.
あなたにお伝えしなければならないことが。
Something I need to tell you.
まずは先ほどのことです。
First, about earlier.
私は結局最後の最後まであなたに嘘を。
In the end, I lied to you all the way. I lied to you all the way to the end. I know they weren't after me. It was you. And yet I...
いいのです。
It's alright.
これが私の望んだ結末なのですから。
This is what I wanted.
私はこれまであなたを騙してきた。
I've been tricking you ever since we first met.
あなたを傷つけ苦しめてきた。
I hurt you and made you suffer.
だから最後ぐらいはあなたをお守りしたかったのです。
So at the very end, I want to at least protect you.
必死で守りたかった。
With all that I had.
せめてもの罪滅ぼしですよ。
It's the least I can do to atone. Don't be an idiot! You got the wrong idea. You didn't trick me. I realized it. I knew from the beginning you were shady. But I wanted to trust you. I wanted so badly to trust you. You're not the one who lied. It was me. I tricked myself. Because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of being alone.
北条さん、あなたはどこまでも優しい人だ。
Your kindness knows no bounds.
そして美しい。
And you're beautiful.
あの星々よりもあなたは光り輝いて見えます。
You shine brighter than those stars.
ご覧なさい。
Take a look.
奇跡のような星空だ。
Isn't the starry sky like a miracle? I look up at the sky. Particles of light sparkle in that dark sky. They almost seem to be pouring down like snowflakes. They blur my eyes like an illusion. Stars gleam in my eyes. Every time I blink, stars sparkle the color of a rainbow and then split apart.
これで3度目になりますな。
This is the third time, isn't it?
せっかくのロマンティックな夜を私はまた台無しにしてしまった。
The third time that I've ruined such a romantic night.
とうとう最後まであなたと愛を語り合うことができなかった。
In the end, I never did get to talk to you about love.
それだけが唯一心残りです。
That's my only regret. Mikhail. Blood keeps pouring out of him cruelly during this whole time. Mikhail's face is growing paler and paler. Heat fades from his body, and light fades from his eyes. He stares at me blankly and manages to squeeze out his voice.
さあ、そろそろ時間が来たようです。
Now, it looks like the time has finally come.
車のダッシュボードに
Look in the car's dashboard.
ボイスレコーダーを入れておきました。
I left a voice recorder in there.
そこにすべてが
And it is everything.
廃校でお伝えできなかったこと、
Everything I couldn't tell you back at school.
言いそびれてしまったこと、
The things I forgot to say.
すべての真実がそこに。
The whole truth is in there. I get it. Okay, I get it. So don't talk anymore. I just need to listen to that voice recorder, right? Mikhail nods weakly.
最後にこれだけは言わせてください。
Before I go, please, just let me say this.
私は今まで多くの嘘をついてきました。
Up until now, I've told you many lies.
しかしその中にも一つだけ真実が
but there was just one thing I never lied about.
愛のために
How I did this for love.
王女さん、私は本当にあなたのことを
When it comes to you, I truly did. Please, don't say the rest. Don't break my heart any further. Please. I placed my finger on his lips. He smiles ever so slightly. Quietly, goes quiet.
ああ、今夜は本当に星が綺麗だ。
The stars really are beautiful tonight.
星が
Stars.
北条さん、停電の夜
On the night of the blackout.
こんなことおっしゃって。
Remember what I said?
光は死の象徴、闇は生の象徴。
Light is a symbol of death, and darkness is a symbol of life.
果たして私の向かうべき場所は
So in the end, the place I'll be going is... Mikhail weakly lifts his arm. He's not pointing at the sky nor at the ground, but rather the horizon. He points straight at the horizon. Before long, his arm limply falls. Mikhail's eyes close. No more blood is gushing out from the holes in his body. I just run my finger along his palm, his chest, and his cheeks. A sticky sensation seeps into my cold sensation seeps into my hands. The thick stench of blood stings my nose. The red soaks into his lung cavities, dampening them. The red seeps into his cells, invading them. Even so, I do not loathe the sensation. I just hold his blood-stained body lovingly, holding him close to my chest. I press my cheek against him, bury my nose into him, and bring it up to his hair. I take it all in. Let its entirety soak into me. Stars shine above my head. twinkling of the stars plays a gentle melody. A sweet timbre like that of a lullaby. I stay by Mikhail until that sound fades. I cry, cry, and cry. By the time I stop crying, both my body and heart have gone completely part dry. However, did you know? The drier things get, the easier they are to burn. Did you know? There's nothing stronger than the person who has nothing left to lose.
あの 何のお話をされてるんです？
What are you talking about? So, the last will and testament to me who died last night.
はあ。
Okay. I was born with the dawn. The one here right now is no longer the me from yesterday. The innkeeper looks at me as though he's considering whether or not to dial the mental hospital. I smirk slightly and speak. I'm going.
どちらへ？
Where to? The future.
いってらっしゃいませ。
Have a good day. The current time is the time of day in which the shadows are at their smallest. I start searching the island again, looking for clues. Clues for what? Before I get into that, let's go back to a little earlier today. Back when I greeted the dawn with Mikhail, I took action in order to cut off those feathers that were bounding me. The first thing I did was load his corpse into the sedan and drive it off to the harbor. There was a fisherman there, not Abe, a middle-aged man. I showed him Mikhail's body. The moment he saw that, he grew panicked as though the end of the world had come. I desperately pacified him and said this. Please, you have to help me. Bring this body to the police station on the next island over. As you can see, he was shot. He was shot by someone. I'm almost sure the culprit is still on this island. So please, you have to bring the police to this island. Though the fisherman was desperately confused, he nodded over and over and over again. He loaded Mikhail's body onto his fishing boat and took off and then headed for the next island over. And And what are the risks? The police might arrest me when they come to this island. I couldn't just leave his body like that. All I really like to do is just not get caught. That is to say, that before the police get here, I need to find the culprit. However, my investigation during the morning turned up no results. I returned to the inn, formulated a strategy, and started going around the island again. But on the other hand, the police still aren't here yet. It seems it's 2 hours to the next island over on a one-way trip, and almost 4 hours on a round trip. It's already been over 6 hours since the fishing boat left. Yet the police still have shown no sign of coming. Whatever the case, what I have to do now is clear. There are two things.
「人類を一つに戻すウイルスです」。
My mic muted? Where? Alright, I'll go back a little bit. There's still tons of things I don't know. First concern is Hatsumi's plan. I still don't know exactly what it is she plans to do. I remember what Effie told me. It seems they're developing a virus on this island. What kind of virus is it? A virus that will return humanity to one. What will happen once this virus is spread?
私たちはウイルスをばらまこうなどとは思っていません。
We're not planning on spreading the virus.
私たちはただ開発しただけですよ。それを。
We're just developing it, that's all. Next thing that flashed through my mind is Hatsumi's words. I didn't hear from her directly. According to Mikhail, she said this.
何としてでも北条マリナをこの岸島に連れてきてください。
Please, you must bring Marina Hojo to this island at all costs.
私たちには彼女が必要です。
We need her.
彼女の手によってこの計画は完成されます。
She will complete the plan with her own hands.
私の思い描いたビジョンは北条マリナの一撃によって成就されるのです。
In the vision that I have dreamed of. Sorry, in the vision that I have that I've drawn in my mind. It will be brought to a conclusion by a strike from Marina Hojo. Sorry. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Now, what Effie said, nor what Hatsumi said. Just what kind of virus is it? If you're not going to spread, then what are they planning on doing? Why did Hatsumi want me to kill her? Wait, first things first. Was I really the one who killed Hatsumi? Sorry, was I really not the one who killed Hatsumi? In that case... And what was that memory I saw from last night? Just what was that? I have no memories from 6:20 p.m. to 9:20 p.m. last night. Just what happened in that blank of 3 hours. And there's also the body. Where did Hatsumi's body go? I stand at the hill on the plains and take a look around. Right now, I don't see any signs of that. Of what happened last night here. Someone was killed right here. There's no signs of it. Does that mean that the planes were restored to the way they were during this morning? I looked around for a bit, but I didn't find any trace of blood. I give up and start walking again. There's still more I don't understand. I know for sure that I wasn't the one who killed Kominato and Okuma. And who is the true culprit? Is it the same person also killed Hatsumi and Mikhail? In the first place, how was it that they set me up as the culprit? Just how was it that they got all that evidence framed against me? The questions don't end there. If I kept going over every little thing, I'd be here forever. Like, for example, why apes on this island? Or what Hatsumi meant when she said that knowing all share a body. I'm in Hatsumi's cabin right now. I take a look around, but I don't find anything. Just those two dogs who nuzzle up to my feet. I go back the way I came and think even more. My objective is to expose the full picture, expose everything about the project, and to find out who was the killer. So what should I do in order to accomplish these goals? There are 4 things I need to find. Effie, Noi, the True Research Facility, and the pickup truck. I don't even need to explain my reason why. At any rate, I have to find these 4 things. And quickly at that too, before the police get here if possible. The reason I've been searching this whole morning is I've been looking for those things. But like I said, I found nothing. I've asked the islanders too, of course. But none of their answers have been helpful. So in the end, all I can do is resort to my final, let me try that again. So in the end, I have no choice but to resort to my final, measures. And that measure is... Let's go back a little bit. Once I finish getting ready for the morning... once I finish my investigation during the morning, I returned to the inn. In my hands was the voice recorder that Mikhail left me. He told me this right before he died.
車の ダッシュボードに
In the car dashboard.
ボイスレコーダーを入れておきました。
I left a voice recorder.
そこに全てが
Everything's there.
全ての真実がそこに
The whole truth is in there. However, it's no use. I can't hear a thing. There was still battery left, and the LCD screen was saying playing. Volume's at max. But I can't hear anything from the speakers. Just as he'd said, the voice recorder was indeed in the sedan's dashboard. It happened during that chase. It was happened during the chase. The voice recorder must have gotten really banged up in the dashboard, which means the thing might be busted, might be broken somewhere. Wait, hold on. Sorry, one sec. Okay, back. What if it's only the output device that's damaged? If the input part of it is working fine, then the actual audio data should have been saved. If the actual audio data is, sorry, if the actual audio data is saved in there, that's right. And I just have to get the audio out. That's why I came to this research facility. The front door is locked. Now's not the time for niceties. I break down the door without any hesitation. There's no one inside. Not even that researcher from yesterday. Well, whatever. That just makes things easier. I should be able to get the audio file out with this. I turn on the PC. After waiting for a bit, the screen finally fires up. However, what I see there is... Damn it. A password screen, huh? Thing's locked. Won't be able to go any further without a password. Oh man. With no idea what to do, I decided to try typing in random words. Devora. Incorrect password. I highly doubt this is the case. What if the name of the research facility is the password? Oki Island. Incorrect password. Brah. Password incorrect. Are you serious, brah? Okay, that's not what it said. Juggernaut. Incorrect password, bitch. Authentication failed. Commencing force shutdown. Ah! You piece of junk! But no matter how much I yell or smack it, PDC won't do what I say. Like an inflexible government official going through their paperwork in a nonchalant manner, the PC soon goes quiet. I press the power switch over and over again, but it no longer responds. I hate to admit it, but I have no choice but to give up. I kick a nearby desk in anger and leave the room. The blazing hot sunlight sears the air like oil. Well, it makes me more pissed off. Okay. We shall go to the inn.
ああ、やっとお戻りになられましたか。
Oh, so you're finally back, huh?
探してたんですよ、お客さんのこと。
I was looking for you. For me?
ええ、ある方からことづてを預かっておりまして。
Yes. Someone gave me a message for you. Who was it?
島の若い漁師ですよ。
A young fisherman on the island. Huh? That's strange. I feel like we've had this conversation before. That's right. It was yesterday afternoon. When I went back to the inn, the innkeeper called out to me in the exact same way. And then he told me that he had a message for me. What time was that again? I met Mikhail at the beach past 3 o'clock. And I came back to the inn before that, so... I take my cell phone out of the pocket and check the time. Current time is 2:40 p.m. It's almost the exact same time when I had this conversation with him yesterday.
どうかされましたか。
Is something the matter? Let me ask you something.
なんでしょう。
What is it? In this message, did the fishermen say that they want me to come to the harbor because they wanted to talk to me about something?
どうしてご存知なんですか。
How did you know? Because you said the exact same thing yesterday.
昨日。それは今日の未明のことですか。
Yesterday? Do you perhaps mean before dawn today? No, I mean yesterday afternoon.
昨日の午後って。
Yesterday afternoon?
まだその頃はお客様はこの島にお見えになっていなかったではありませんか。
But you weren't even on this island yesterday afternoon. What?
お客様が到着されたのは今日8月7日の未明のことでしょ。
You arrived on this island today, at dawn today on August 7th, didn't you?
それともその前からこの島にいらっしゃったのですか。
What, have you been to the island before that? I checked my cell phone screen again. The date is August 14th. What are you talking about?
何と申されますと
I'm not quite sure I understand what you mean. I'm talking about the date. Isn't today August 14th?
ご冗談はやめてください。
Enough with the jokes, man.
今日は8月7日ですよ。
Today is August 7th.
前夜祭の日ですから間違いありません。
I'm sure of it. After all, this is the eve of the festival.
ああ、そういえばまだお伝えしていませんでしたね。
Oh, yes, that's right. I haven't told you yet, have I?
今夜、島の南西にある神社、沖篠宮神社というところで、
Tonight, at Okishinomiya Shrine, a shrine in the southern part of the island, there's a festival, right? I know about that. But it's not the eve of the festival, but the actual festival.
本祭？いえ、今日は前夜祭だけしかやりませんよ。
The actual festival? Oh, no, no, no. Today is just the eve of the festival.
本祭は明日の8月8日に。
The actual festival is tomorrow, on August 8th. I say nothing. Talking any further, guys, will be a waste of time. This innkeeper might be a little mixed up in the head. I have more important things to be doing now. Look, let's just forget about the whole date thing. Tell me about the fisherman who left that message. You remember what he looked like?
覚えてるも何も。この島の住人は全員顔見知りですからね。
Of course I do. I know the faces of all the fishermen, of everyone who lives on this island.
まずは髪型ですが、
I'll start with his hair.
茶色の、なんと言えばいいのでしょう。
It was a brown... how do I put this?
長くもなく、短くもない。無造作ヘアとでも言うのですかね。
It wasn't long, nor was it short. It was kind of unruly hair, if I had to say.
服装は黒のタンクトップにアーミーグリーンのハーフパンツ。
He wore a black tank top and army green shorts.
名前ですか？もちろん存じておりますよ。
What's that? His name? Of course I know it.
その漁師の名前は
The fisherman's name is... Wait, sorry, back. You're Okuto Yashiro, right?
ああ、
Yeah. And the one who left the message with the innkeeper.
そう俺だ。
That's right, it was me.
あんたに話したいことがある。
Something I want to talk to you. What is it?
何が？
So what's the meaning of this? Meaning of what? I mean, you were playing dumb yesterday.
昨日？
Yesterday? You were left me the message yesterday too, weren't you?
何のこと言ってるんだ？
What are you talking about? Now you're playing dumb about that this time?
そっちって。
What do you mean by that? You and I met at this very place at this very time yesterday, didn't we? I told you about the message back then, didn't I?
俺は昨日あんたに会った覚えなんてないぜ。
I don't remember seeing you yesterday. You're not going to tell me that today's August 7th or some crap like that, are you?
確かに今日は8月7日だけど。
Well, I mean, today is August 7th.
でも6日だろうと5日だろうと関係ない。
It doesn't matter if it was the 6th or the 5th.
俺は今 初めてあんたに会ったんだ。
This is the first time I've ever met you.
そんなことよりついてきてくれ。
More importantly, come with me. Where are we going?
見せたいものがある。
Something I want to show you. What's that? He doesn't answer. He takes off on his own. I follow him. This is...
初めてだろ。
It's your first time, right? No, I've been here a number of times before. This is Devra Pharmaceuticals' research lab. Doesn't look like it's in use apart from a single room.
なんだ、知ってたのか。
Oh, so you knew about it already? Yeah, you could say that.
まあいいや。入れよ。
Well, whatever. Come on in. Okuto walks towards the front door. Tries to put a key into the door, but then he stops.
あれ、鍵が壊れてる。
Huh? The lock's broken.
まさか。
Oh no! He frankly throws open the door and runs inside. I don't say anything, of course. I quite look up at the sky. The sky's been tinged red before I even noticed. Seems quite some time has passed since I came here. I knew it was going to be like this. I would have come here in that car. Mikhail's sedan. The car is currently in the parking lot behind the inn. Okuto isn't back. I passed through the front door. The one I broke down, that is. We're back in the room with the PC in it. Okuto's bent over it, looking as though he's seeming as though he's checking into something. I stand in the corner of the room and quietly watch as he wait for him to finish working. Phew, nearly shit myself there.
泥棒にでも押し入られたのかと思ったけど、盗まれたものは何もないみたいだ。
I thought a burglar got in or something, but it seems like nothing happened. Seemed like nothing was stolen.
マシンも無事みたいだし。
The computer's alright too.
って、あれ、
Wait, huh?
なんか警告メッセージが出てるな。
Some kind of warning message here. PC's already been fired up. There's an exclamation mark on the screen.
なるほど。侵入者の目当ては中のデータだったってわけか。
I see. So the intruder was after the data in here.
誰かが起動を試みて失敗してる。
Someone tried to get in but failed.
だけど、誰がそんなことを。
Who would do that?
え？
Wait, sorry. I'm unable to put up with it any longer. I speak up. I know who did it. Huh? Want me to tell you?
ああ。誰なんだ一体。
Yeah. Who was it? First, answer my question. You seem to know a whole lot about this room. Why is that?
なぜって言われても。
I'm not sure what you want me to say to that.
そんなの当たり前じゃないか。
I mean, it's only natural, right?
ここは俺の部屋なんだから。
After all, this is my room. Your room?
そうだが。
Yeah, what of it? And what was with that researcher who was here yesterday?
昨日のことなんて知らねえけど。
I know what you mean when you say yesterday.
でも今日の昼間のことならわかるぜ。
Like, we were talking about this about during the day, so I can answer that.
研究員は多分ここにいたと思うよ。
I think the researcher was here. Why?
俺が鍵を貸してやったからさ。ちょくちょく俺のところに来るんだよ。
Because I lent him a key. He drops in from time to time.
ゲームがしたい。例のパソコンを貸してくれって。
He's always bugging me about how he wants to use my computer to play games.
ユーザーの設定は分けてある。あいつにデータを盗まれる心配はない。
We have separate users set up, so I don't have to worry about him stealing my data.
だからまあそういうことだよ。
So, well, there you have it.
ね。犯人は一体誰なんだ？
So who's the culprit? Not yet. Tell me something first.
おいおい。質問は一つだけって言っただろ。
Hey, say you only asked me one question. The situation's changed. I scanned the room. Besides, weren't you the one who wanted to talk to me in the first place? You said you wanted to show me something. That's why you brought me to this research facility. Do I have that right?
ああ。
Yeah. And go ahead and tell me where you're going to say me first. There's several computers right in front of him. These computers belong to him, it seems. And this guy is a spitting image of Ape, who is the leader of Juggernaut. Which means that the one who might be behind the cyber terrorist attack was...
わかった。教えよう。
Alright, I'll tell you. He sits down in a chair and starts typing away at the keyboard. I suddenly watched his fingers dance across the keyboard. He talks as he continues typing away.
この島の電話は今は普通になってる。
Silence phones are down right now.
でもここだけは別。衛星回線につながってるんだ。
This one place is an exception. It's connected to it has a satellite connection. Eventually, a window I've never seen before appears on the screen. There's a blueprint of a myriad of pipes, tank-like objects, line graphs, counters, meters, and thermometers. They're all packed into a single screen. Each of them gives a detailed reading, the readings fluctuating from time to time. Okuto points at them as he speaks.
これが何だかわかるか？
Do you know what this is? I cock my head in confusion.
スキャダシステムのコントロール画面だ。
It's a control screen for the SCADA system.
スーパーバイザリーコントロール&データアクイジッション。
Supervisory control and data acquisition.
日本語にすると監視、制御、およびデータ取得のためのシステムってことになるかな。
a system for surveillance, control, and data acquisition.
まあ要するに遠隔操作のためのプログラムってことだ。
Well, long story short, it's basically a program for remote control. Remote control. Is that for a nuclear reactor?
よくわかったな。その通りだ。
I'm surprised you could tell. That's right.
スキャダを使ってるのは何も原発だけじゃない。
It's not just nuclear reactors that use SCADA.
他の発電所や変電所、ガスや水道の施設、それから電話の中継基地も。
It's also used by other power plants, substations, gas and water facilities, as well as telephone relay stations.
およそインフラに関わるもんはほとんど全てこいつで動いていると言っても過言じゃない。
Be no exaggeration to say almost all everything involved in infrastructure. You can control pretty much anything using infrastructure.
で、このスキャダシステム、外部からのクラッキングに対して恐ろしいほど脆弱にできてる。
And those systems are alarmingly weak to external cracking by the SCADA system.
そもそも利便性の向上を目的として作られたプログラムだから一般的な OS で動作するように設計されてるし。
The program was created in the first place in order to increase convenience. So it was designed to work on public OSs as well.
専門的な知識なんて大して必要じゃない。
You only need to be a computer whiz in order to know how to work it.
クラッキングツールを使ってポートスキャンでもかけりゃ一発で侵入できちまう。
Just use some cracking tools and do a port scan, and you can break into almost anything in a single go.
そこら中穴だらけなんだよ。
There's security holes everywhere, you see.
インフラっていや国の根幹に関わる動脈みたいなもんだろ。
Infrastructure is like the pulse at the root of the country, isn't it?
そいつをこんな無防備な状態で晒してるのかと思うとほとほと呆れるばかりだよ。
It's almost unbelievable just how defenseless they've left their infrastructure open. So, which means you're the one who launched a cyber terrorist attack, weren't you?
いやまだ仕掛けてなんかいないさ。
No, I haven't launched the attack yet.
これから仕掛けるんだ。
I'm going to in the future. In the future?
このことは後で説明しよ
I'll explain that later.
う。とにかく俺はここから自由に発電所のシステムをいじることができるんだ。
At any rate, I can freely control a power plant from here.
今すぐにでも首都圏全域を停電にできる。
I'd cause a whole blackout to a city if I wanted to right now.
それからもちろん原子炉のメルトダウンもな。
I could even melt down a nuclear reactor if I wanted to, of course. Turn off all nuclear reactors in the country by August 14th. We cannot confirm this by the deadline on the 14th. And we'll cause a meltdown in the capital, a nuclear reactor in the capital on midnight on the 15th.
試してみるか。
Want to give it a shot?
笑わないんだな。冗談だよ。
No laugh, huh? I was just kidding. He gives off a daring smirk as he closes the window and cuts off the communication. Closes the line. You really were Ape, aren't you?
エイプ。今ではそう呼んでるやつの方が多いかな。
Ape. There are more people who call him that now, don't they? What do you mean?
もともとはイタリア語のアペだったんだよ。
You see, it's not actually ape. It was originally the Italian word ape.
綴りは APE で同じだけどな。
However, that said is spelled the same, A-P-E.
いつの間にかエイプの方が浸透しちまって。
At some point, ape just became more popular.
めんどくさいからそのままに。
It was too much of a pain to correct them, so we just left it as it is. Ape, huh? That means bee, doesn't it?
そうだ。
That's right. Why are you on this island?
いちゃ悪いか？
What, you got a problem me being here? Well, no, it just doesn't add up, that's all. The organization knows Juggernaut stole gold from the Bank of Japan. And you're Juggernaut's leader. But when the gold was stolen, you should have been working the PC in this room. In that case, who's the one who leads Juggernaut? Suddenly goes quiet at that moment. He hangs his head, gnashing his teeth together. He reaches into his pocket. I can tell what's around his hands. Isn't that the pen I gave back to you? You sure are an honest guy, huh? Kind of guy who can't lie. The plan was for that young man to lead Juggernaut, wasn't it? In other words, he would steal the gold. He was in charge of stealing the gold, while you were in charge of the cyber terrorist attack. However, just before the plan was to be carried out, that young man took his own life. But still, he couldn't just call off the plan. So the bank was attacked without Juggernaut's leader present. Hey, just who was that young man?
俺だよ。俺そのものだ。
Me. None other than me. Huh?
俺は8月10日の夜明け前にデパートの屋上から飛び降りて死ぬことになってるんだよ。
Just before dawn on August 10th, I will jump off from the roof of the department building and die. Department store and die. I don't get what you're getting at.
本当は分かってるんだろ。
You do, don't you?
今日は8月7日だ。
Today is August 7th.
あんたは数日後の未来からこの時間へと飛ばされてきた。
You were sent here from several days into the future.
俺はそのことを知ってる。
I know that.
ペンダントを手渡されて気づいたんだ。
I realized it when you gave me the pendant. Hold on a second. What are you saying?
島民の誰かから聞かなかったか？
Did none of the islanders tell you?
この島は時空の歪みの中にあるんだよ。
This This island exists in a distortion of time and space.
常識的な時間や空間の尺度はここでは通用しません。
Ordinary laws of time and space do not exist here.
逆に言うと時間や空間の制約からこの島は解放されているということです。
On the other hand, that means this island has been released from the constraints of time and space. I get it. No, honestly, I don't get it at all. Hold on a second. Sorry, 1 second. But for the sake of argument, let's just say you're right. Let's say that today is August 7th, and I traveled backwards in time. If so, then why is it that someone from the past knows what happens on August 10th? In other words, the future.
俺には初美さんと同じ能力があるんだ。
I have the same power as Hatsumi.
会ったことないか、初美さん。
Have you not met with her? No, I have.
じゃあ聞いただろ。ビジョンのこと。
You've heard about the visions, haven't you?
俺には未来のビジョンが見えるんだよ。初美さんと同じように。
I can see visions of the future, much like Hatsumi. All of you just cut it out already. I didn't come here to listen to hear all this bullshit.
そうか。
I see.
だが、俺はそのためにあんたをここに連れてきたんだぜ。
That's why I brought you here. Sorry, what?
俺がスキャダの画面を見せたのがなぜだかわかんないのか。
Do you know why it was I showed you the SCADA screen? Because you couldn't help but wanting to boast about yourself?
違う。俺は自分がエイプだってことを証明したかったんだよ。
No! I want to prove to you that I'm ape.
あんたにしてみればサイバーテロは過去のこと。
To you, that cyber terrorist attack was all in the past.
それを指揮してたのがエイプだってことをあんたは知ってた。
You knew that ape was the one who led that.
だから俺はあんたにこのパソコンを見せたんだ。
That's why I showed you this PC.
それが一番手っ取り早いと思ったから。
I figured that'd be the quickest way to prove it.
事実、あんたはすぐに俺がエイプだってことに気づいてくれた。
And in fact, you realized right away that I was ape. And what are you hoping to get from getting me to notice that?
頼みがある。自分ではどうすることもできないんだ。
I have a favor to ask you. Something I can't do on my own.
だからあんたに
Which is why I'm turning to you. What is it?
俺を助けてくれ。
Save me. Save you?
今あんたが島を出れば外の世界も8月7日だ。
If you leave the island right now, it'll be August 7th in the outside world.
町に戻っても8月7日。俺が自殺するのは8月10日。
When you return to the city, it'll be August 7th. I commit suicide on August 10th.
あんたならそれを阻止することができる。
You should be able to prevent that.
だから頼む。未来の俺を救ってくれ。
So please, save the me in the future.
お願いだから俺を見殺しにしないでくれ。
Please, don't leave me to die. Start making sense already, will you? You said this. So this is what you're saying. You're saying that you'll commit suicide in 3 days, and you want me to stop that. Then why don't you just stop yourself?
できないから言ってるんじゃないか。
I'm telling you precisely because I can't do that.
俺の中にはもう一人の自分がいるんだ。
There's another me within me.
そいつが勝手にデパートの屋上から。
He's gonna jump off the roof of the apartment building all on his own. Enough. I don't want to hear any of this. Everything you're saying is completely absurd. I can't believe a single thing I can't believe anything.
どうしてだよ。
Why?
なんで信じてくれないんだ。
Why won't you believe me? You said that you brought me here in order to prove that you're ape, right?
ああ。
Yeah. Why would you go out of your way to do that? I knew you were ape without even seeing this computer.
気づいてた。
You knew? Did you forget what I said yesterday?
だから昨日ってなんだよ。
Seriously, why does this yesterday keep going on about? Yesterday is yesterday. Remember what I said back at the harbor? I said, you're ape, aren't you? And then you told me this. Ape? What the hell's that? Never heard of it before. He bites on his thumbnail. His eyes dance around. It seems he's thinking about something. Eventually, his face suddenly freezes as though he realized something.
まさか。
No way. No way what?
いや、なんでもない。そんなわけないよな。
No. Nothing. It's impossible. Oh, come on. Now you got me curious. Just say it already. Okuto smirks self-deprecatingly and shakes his head. And just then, there's a gunshot. It suddenly came off from far in the distance. Okuto and I instinctively look at each other. We stand in front of the building and take a look around. Where'd the gunshot come from?
わかるわけないだろ。
How should I know? Yeah, of course you shouldn't know. Anyway, the direction I heard it from was... well, whatever it was far away. It was either in the forest or somewhere beyond that. The fact that I heard a gunshot means that someone was shot, or maybe even killed, somewhere on this island. Just who was shot? Who was it? No, who was shot? Who was the shooter? No, maybe it wasn't a person who was shot. Could have been a bird, could have been an empty can, or maybe it just could have been a gun misfiring. A gunshot alone doesn't tell me everything. I have no way to check it either, since I don't know where it was shot, where it was fired. Suddenly I look up. So I'll be right back. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Need to go do something. Okay, continuing now. Sorry about that. Two colors, a deep violet in the east and a vermilion in the west, blend together like a gradation at the border between east. Now he's approaching. I take my cell phone out of my pocket and check the time. The current time is 6:22 p.m. No way.
どうしたんだ
What's wrong? It's the same.
何が
What is? The time! It's almost the exact same time I heard the gunshot yesterday. Why? Of course, I don't know the exact time. After all, I was already unconscious when I heard the gunshot yesterday. Well, I met Effie in the gym at 6 p.m. Well, is there a conversation after that? I'm almost certain that I heard the gunshot around 6:20 p.m. So what's the meaning of this? I grasp my head. Okuto stares at me and says this.
やっぱりそうか
I knew it.
悪い予感が当たっちまったみたいだな
I had a bad feeling about this, and it seems I was right on the money. What?
ループだよ
It's a loop.
たまにいるみたいなんだ
It happens sometimes, from what I've heard.
未来から飛ばされてきた人間の中に無限ループにはまっちまうやつがさ
The people who get sent back here from the future get trapped in a loop. Get trapped in an infinite loop. What do you mean, infinite loop?
例えばそうだな
Like, okay, how about this?
川面に落ちた一枚の葉っぱを想像してみてくれ
Imagine a leaf that falls in a river.
普通なら葉っぱは下流に向かってひたすら流されていくだけだ
Normally, the leaf is just carried downstream.
だがちょっと軌道がそれると渦に巻き込まれちまうことが
But if it deviates from that ever so slightly, sometimes it gets trapped in a whirl.
よくあるだろ
Whirlpool.
岩の隅の方に流れが渦を巻いているところが
You see it all the time, don't you? At like, there's a corner of a rock where the current is swirling all around.
ひとたびそこに巻き込まれたが最後二度と葉っぱは元の流れに戻れなくなる
And once a leaf gets stuck in there, it can never go back to its original flow.
ぐるぐるぐるぐるぐるぐると同じところを永遠に回り続けるだけ
It just spins around the same spot over and over and over again for all eternity. And you're saying that's me right now.
そうだ葉っぱがあんた川の流れが時間の流れだ
That's right. The leaf is you, and the river represents time, the flow of time. And that can't be. So you're saying not only was I sent back in time, that I'm repeating the same day?
断言はできないが可能性はある
I can't say for sure, but it's possible.
それにしても参ったな
This is the pits.
だとすると、こいつは俺にとってもあんたにとっても最悪の事態だぜ。
This is true. This is the worst possible situation for both me and you, isn't it?
あんたは永遠に8月8日を迎えることができない。
It means you'll never reach August 8th.
すると、未来の俺を救ってくれる人間がいなくなっちまう。
Which means that there won't be anyone to save me in the future.
俺とあんたは近いうちにこの世界から消える。
You and I will disappear from this world soon enough.
つまり俺たちは今似たような境遇にあるってことだ。
Which means you and I are in the same kind of boat right now. A long silence hangs between us. Faint shadow draws on my feet. Shadow gradually fades, and as my surroundings drown in darkness. Time mercilessly passes by moment by moment. Suddenly, Okuto speaks up.
なあ、足かめてみたらどうだ。
Hey, why don't you go check? Check what?
決まってるだろ。
Isn't that obvious?
あんたが本当に一日を繰り返してるのかどうか。それをだよ。
I'm saying check to see if you're really repeating the same day.
昨日のこの時刻。あんたはどこで何をしてた？
Where were you and what were you doing this time yesterday?
もちろんここで言う昨日とは、あんたにとっての昨日のことだが。
Of course, when I say yesterday, I mean yesterday as it was for you. This time yesterday, I was...
そこに行けば、何か確かめられるかもしれないぜ。
If you go there, you might be able to see it for yourself, confirm for yourself, right?
もしかしたら、もう一人のあんたがそこに。
Perhaps you'll find another you right there. I kick off the ground before he finishes talking.
おい、ちょっと待てよ！
Hey, wait!
鍵をぶっ壊した犯人は誰なんだ？まだ聞いてねえぞ！
You still haven't told me who broke the lock! I hear his voice echoing behind me. I shake off his voice and just race with all my body and soul. I'm heading straight for the abandoned school at the gym. If today is yesterday, then I know. I'll know. I'll know what happened in the 3 hours I lost. I'll find out exactly what it was, where I was, and what I was doing from when I heard the gunshot in the gym to 9:18 p.m. I race across the plains and throw myself into the forest. Night has begun by the time I pass through the gate. The trees shrouded by darkness make noise every which way. I pant and stand in front of the gym. Ear-piercing screech of metal cries out. Since I don't want to hear that again, I leave the door open and walk inside. No one's here. No one's here. Then what can I make from this? Either I got here too late, or Okuto was lying. What the hell am I even doing? Think about it logically, Marina. There's no way anyone could be repeating the same day. I don't even need to go out of my way to check to confirm it's true. Then why would Okuto tell such a ridiculous lie? I take a look around the gym, but I don't spot anyone. The only thing that's there is a single pipe chair left alone in the middle of the room. It stands there like it's totally out of place, like an unlucky traveler. Like it's gotten lost in a different world without even knowing a thing. Though, I guess I can say I sympathize with this inanimate object for once. Anyway, it doesn't change the fact that no one's here. Suddenly, I remember something. It's what Effie said in this gym.
母は用が済み次第あなたにお会いすると申しておりました。
My mother said she'll meet you once she's finished her business.
今夜7時半、草原の丘でお待ちしているとのことです。
Said she'd be waiting for you at 7:30 p.m. tonight at the hill on the plains. I know. It's impossible. Today can't be yesterday. I know that. But what if Okto really was telling the truth? The innkeeper gave me the same message as yesterday at the same time today. I met Okto at the same time and place as I did yesterday. I mean, it's true that things happened differently after that. But I did hear the gunshot at the same time I did yesterday. And if that's the case, there's a possibility I heard another gunshot. There's a possibility that I'll hear another gunshot. I take off in a flash. I rush out of the gym, pass through the gate, and reach the road. Head back into the woods. The woods let out a grave sound as though it's trying to drive me, the foreign entity, out of it. But even that threat doesn't cause me to hesitate. And nothing stands in my way, not even the thickets blocking the road, or the sharp branches that cut across my skin. I quietly continue to run, aiming for the hill, racing straight ahead without diverging even once. The current time is 7:32 p.m. It's already past the appointed time. And just then, I stop and strain my ears. A car? That's a car's exhaust. The sound's approaching at tremendous speeds. Shouldn't be any cars passing through the narrow pathway I'm running through right now, which means it must be that road that has tire tracks in it. I take off running again. Before long, I reached the crossroads in the woods I passed through earlier. I stop and strain my eyes. The sound's getting closer and closer. It's right by me, but I don't. It's approaching, but I don't see it. Where's the car? I squint and look into the darkness. There's a sharp curve up ahead down the path. Before I can process that, a car plunged into my line of sight. That's... brilliant headlights shine into my eyes. I raise my hand, cover my eyes, and squint into the light. A moment later, I realize it. It's a pickup truck! The one the person who killed me, Kyle, was driving. The killer from last night must be driving it. Its four wheels spin around and round, kicking up mud and dirt. However, it isn't firmly to the ground. The car drops down a gear. Its tires dig into the ground. It takes off like a speeding bullet. At the exact moment I kick off the ground, I dance through the air. I'm aiming for a large, the top of a large tree hanging over the road. I grab onto a branch. The car approaches. It passes right below my eyes. But right before it goes by, I suddenly let go. I did that almost reflexively. I plunged into the loading bay of the car. I quickly cling to the back of the driver's seat. There's a small glass window there. I sneak a peek at the driver through that window. No way! What's going on? What's Kojiro doing on this island? The forest road is damp. second. The tires screech along the road every time it swerves along a curve, and the car rocks back and forth, left to right. Not only that, but it's also very bumpy here. We cross over a hill and fall into a valley. The car sinks deep on the moment of impact, taking out a piece of the front bumper. I grab on for dear life so I don't fall out of the truck bay. Where's this car headed anyway? What's Kojiro doing driving this pickup truck? Wait, does that mean the one that killed Mikhail was... No, that can't be. It just can't be. Kojiro can't be the killer. I see Noi in the passenger seat. I'd already heard from the innkeeper that Noi was on this island. I don't know what she's doing in this car. Noi. Noi's here too. The one in the passenger seat is undoubtedly the girl that Kojiro showed me on his phone. This is the first time I've ever seen her looking like this before. That said, I have met her when she dressed like Alt a number of times. Eventually, I hear a noise shout from inside.
Kojiro!
Kojiro, look! I glance the way we're headed. Green flames just spread out up ahead. Huh? What's that? What the hell? What the hell's happening here? I can't help but shout. For on top of that hill is... me. The one on top of the hill is undoubtedly me. It's me. I'm right there. Then who's the me right here? I'm squatting on the ground, my arms stretched out. The thing I'm holding is a gun shining with a black luster. Muzzle's pointing right at Hatsumi's head. It's me. I'm right here. Hatsumi is below me. He shows no signs of resistance. Lying down like a withered old tree. She's so defenseless, it almost looks like she's begging me to kill her. I know this scenery. I know it. I know it. I know it. After all, this is what I saw last night. It's exactly the same. The same. In that case, then right after this, A bad feeling suddenly hits me, causing my heart to stir. If that's the case, then right after this, I take the gun, point at Hatsumi, and... Kojiro races out of the car, while Noi stays in the passenger seat. I stagger out of the truck bed and blankly watch over Kojiro. He's racing right in the distance. I am running off. Before long, I vanish into the woods. Confusion, bewilderment, befuddlement. Why? 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 Questions after questions race through my mind.
今日は8月7日ですよ。
Today is August 7th.
前夜祭の日ですから間違いありません。
It's the eve of the festival, so I'm sure of it.
ループだよ。たまにいるみたいなんだ。
It's a loop. I hear this happens from time to time.
未来から飛ばされてきた人間の中に無限ループにはまっちまうやつがさ。
The people who come here from the future are sometimes trapped in an infinite loop. My mind is blank. I can't think of anything. All my sense of reason lost, my body is left to the mercy of my instincts. My limbs move on their own. I open the door to the pickup truck and slide into the driver's seat. In the passenger seat right next to me is the girl, frozen like ice. This is the first time I've met Noi looking like this. But I can't say a word. I grab the steering wheel without saying a word. And move the gear back. I back up and turn the 1 second. So I draw a huge arc as I back up and move the and shift the gear in the opposite direction of the steering wheel. The forest is way up ahead. I head into the forest and race straight through it. I drove the car aimlessly, no destination in mind. The night breeze blows in through the windows. A little exposure to it calms me down a little. Suddenly, Noi speaks up from the passenger seat.
マリナさん、話したいことがあるの。
Something I want to talk to you about, Marina. I nod and head for the inn. Okay, I know it's getting interesting, but this is probably the best stopping point for today. So, I think I'm actually going to pick up again tomorrow. It's out of my normal schedule, but since I missed a day this time, I'd like to do it during my I'd like to make it up for it tomorrow. So we're going to continue this at the same time tomorrow. So yeah, we're near the end of the game, yet things are only getting crazier. More and more mindfucks keep piling up. And just when we thought we had answers, we get more questions. But yep, we'll have to find out what this is next time. So until then, I'll see you all later.